Oh, hi, gang. I'm Dr. Madblood, and you're watching Entertainment Online.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, we should do that again sometime. So, you want to watch a movie or something?
Yeah.
Now, if you guys will excuse me, I'm gonna go figure out where the hell we are.
Okay.
Have fun with that. Where are we, anyway?
I don't fucking know.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you like Constantine, do not watch this movie.
But we have a duty to do this. Besides, it's very Halloweenish.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Garney here wants to watch a movie.
It's not that I want to watch it. Jimmy chucked this thing at me the other day.
Well, what movie is it?
Constantine.
Damn it! I really am in hell now.
Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, and others. I am the Guardian.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm the professor. And welcome you poor unfortunate souls to another DC movie madness.
Theme music.
Constantine is one of the most badass and unique comic book characters ever created.
He's not that unique.
Actually, the way he's been portrayed in the comics makes him unlike other DC heroes. In the comics, John Constantine is an anti-hero who works as a con man and an occult detective in London. He fights several supernatural enemies like demons, fallen angels, and often encounters other supernatural characters like Saltfang and Etrigan. He's often snarky, cynical, and ruthless when it comes to protecting the mortals from the occult.
Well, that sounds pretty cool.
And from what I understand about the character, he's skilled in the mystic arts and messes with many people's heads with his cameos in shows like Legends of Tomorrow, and especially in the Justice League Dark animated movie, where the actor from Legends of Tomorrow reprised his role for his animated counterpart.
So, we have a ruthless and cynical Brit that deals with the supernatural, demons, and mysticism. Let me guess, the movie sucks.
Right on the money. We've got a British occult detective being Americanized with crappy effects and practically nothing to do with the original source material besides the name.
So why are we watching it?
Halloween title. It's got demons, the occult, stuff like that, and it's more Halloweenish than the other movies I've reviewed in the past. Plus, Jimmy over there won't leave us alone until we do. I got all eternity, boys.
This is Constantine.
So after the logos become the latest victim of the Infinity War aftermath, the movie begins with a quote. Oh no, it's one of these kinds of movies.
I don't remember Hellboy starting with a pretentious quote.
That's because Hellboy knew what he was talking about and stuck to his roots.
I only remember the Spear of Destiny because of the storyline for the show Legends of Tomorrow, which didn't even feature Constantine yet.
Then we cut to Mexico. Why?
Well, it's because we got to establish how these two border jumpers came across a hidden compartment under a church.
Ben, wait. That could be a horrible trap.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
And what he finds is the tip of the Spear of Destiny, and he tries to walk off. But...
No, he's fine. The tip gave him a super immunity to automobiles.
And the title of the movie just slaps us right in the face.
We cut to Los Angeles, where we get a lazy and funny type of nightmare on exorcism going on.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
And then that's when... he arrives.
Oh hey, it's Keanu Reeves! Before he was cool again.
John Constantine, here to exorcise a demon.
Basically taking part in a scene that's ripping off The Exorcist even more.
And because this is Keanu Reeves before John Wick, his acting is about as stale as a saltine cracker.
Welcome to Earth.
So, after one of the most bizarre exorcisms I've seen in a movie, John gets a bit of information from the father about what went wrong with it. Because again, that was pretty damn weird, right? Pretty damn weird.
Then he heads off with his cab driver, Chaz Chandler, played by Shia LaBeouf.
Who, like the real Shia LaBeouf, doesn't take criticism well and doesn't listen.
Next, we cut to this woman who must be important to the plot because she dreamt about her sister waking up in a strange place with strange cuts on her body in the shapes of religious figures and hearing strange voices just before killing herself. My money's on Sacrifice.
I'd say love interest.
I'd say love interest using Constantine.
That's original. Then it turns out that John has lung cancer, which is why he was talking to Father earlier.
So what's the story here again?
Keep watching.
Well, we cut back to the Mexican from the beginning, and he's still got the tip of the spear. And it's... killing cows.
Alright, we're eating good tonight!
After a bit of supernatural shopping off the black market, he heads to... I'm not sure where, but he encounters the lady from before.
He also encounters Gabriel, played by Tilda Swinton. Seriously, is there a male-oriented role that she will not turn down?
I mean, she can get away with it. She doesn't choose who gets what role, and, I mean, she's good at what she does.
Fair enough.
Okay.
John and Gabriel chat about how John still can't get into heaven despite all that he's done with protecting people, saving lives, and...
God, this is boring!
Let's down this one, guys.
Damn, the performances here are so bland and boring. There's no energy to any of it at all. Even for a role who is supposedly depressed because of his lung cancer, but the acting is just Keanu.
You're the one who should go to hell, half-breed.
Okay, what? Do these people even read the biblical story?
Or even the Hellblazer comics?
You're fucked.
That kind of defeats the whole purpose of the New Testament!
Why is he even trying if he's already destined for hell? This is just an exercise in Calvinist predestination. Oh dear God, did I just reference the philosophy of Dr. Faustus? I think I just did.
Well then, we cut to Angela looking over security footage of her sister's suicide.
Wait, why is the security footage panning?
And why did she hit the last button instead of the rewind button for the footage?
That's not how that works! And security footage doesn't pan!
So, let me get this straight. The thing that is bugging you the most so far into this movie is the lazy editing with security camera footage?
Yes!
Hello?
Damn, the rain girl really wants to call, but she doesn't know which phone to use.
So after 7-Eleven didn't have the Coke Slurpee he wanted, John gets attacked by Clancy from Ben 10. Why the hell was there a crab there just then?
Doesn't matter now. Its guts are on the camera along with the bug guy's bugs.
After another round of evading Shia LaBeouf, John heads to a club for the supernatural to meet with someone called Midnight about his attacker. Something that he says is impossible since demons cannot escape into the earthly plane, but John knows otherwise.
And now we get introduced to Balthazar. No, not that one. No, it's this Christian Grey-looking motherfucker.
And after a little sexual hostility, he runs off during a coughing fit into a rave.
I mean, it's not nearly as cool as the next rave he's in.
After a bit more moping and smoking, John is approached by Angela about her sister's murder. But of course, John is continuing to be a complete jackass.
Sounds like a theory, detective.
Which isn't how John is like in the comics. I mean, sure, he's an asshole, yes, but he always seems to help out when things seem supernatural, at least. He's a supernatural conman and detective, which is why Batman asked him for assistance.
Eventually, John goes after What's-Her-Name and starts explaining more stuff about God and the devil, but of course she doesn't believe him, until something supernatural starts happening. John gears up to fight as... I guess demons are attacking him?
Which looked like H.R. Geiger's hand-me-downs.
CG'd horribly.
What were those things?
Scavengers of the damned.
The demons or the makers of this movie?
Pick one.
So, they head back to her apartment in order to conduct a ritual to see if Isabel is truly in hell by using a cat.
Cats are good. Half in, half out anyway.
This is crazy.
No shit!
So John manages to get into hell somehow, which just looks like a raging sandstorm after a nuclear blast. Yeah, sounds about right for this movie.
He finds Isabel's soul, or whatever, but he's getting hounded by demons. He manages to get the wristband from her and escapes back to Earth with the evidence that Isabel has committed suicide.
We then cut back to the father from earlier visiting a morgue investigating Isabel's corpse. He goes into some trance that reignites the mark on her wrist and starts hearing many more voices before running off. So, that happened.
Yeah, I'd need booze after being in this movie too.
But he can't drink it for some reason. What? Dude, it's like pouring like right out of the bottle as soon as you set it right back on the shelf. Just dip your head under it.
I honestly have no clue what's going on with this scene, but... Oh, it's Balthazar.
Hi, Christian Grey.
Still don't know what's going on. He stabbed himself and now he's drowning.
After that questionable scene, John explains his origin.
I see dead people.
Officially, I was dead for 2 minutes. But when you cross over, time stops. I'm a suicide, Angela. When I die, the rules say I've got just one place to go.
Which isn't his origin in the comics at all.
They call it the balance. I call it hypocritical bullshit.
This movie in a nutshell.
So, we get more exposition about the demons, angels, half-breeds, and all that crap. But the problem is we either know this stuff already, or the way it's explained to us is so damn boring we don't even give a damn.
I don't want to see Neo become the Morpheus of supernatural exposition. I want to see him kick its ass!
God's a kid with an ant farm, lady. He's not planning anything.
Well, neither did any of the people who worked on this movie.
So, after all that exposition, John and Angela go to see the dead body of the father, where John gets a clue to what he was trying to figure out.
But then we get more and more exposition and talking all about Isabel, and I could never have cared less about anything before, but Constantine, you managed it!
What did she do, Angela? What did she do?
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? I don't know!
Finally, we get back to the whole demons on Earth thing, with revelation that the son of the devil is trying to rise on Earth. And sadly, his name isn't Blackheart. No, instead, it's Mammon.
Wait, Mammon?
Mammon.
Hell, I'd take Blackheart. No, not that one.
But before anything else can be said, John's black market buddy, whose name is B-Man, is killed by a shitty CGI effect.
Not the beast! Ah!
Funny how we managed to use 2 Wicker Man jokes in this review thus far.
Nicolas Cage truly is our salvation at this moment.
So, after one of the worst CG effects to come out of the 2000s, we cut back to that guy with the tip of the spear.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
So did the movie. Because he jacks the car, and then we cut back to Constantine with his cancer sticks.
That was so short, why even bother?
The plot.
Right.
And this is basically that part of the movie where the hero tells the love interest to leave because she'll get hurt, but in this situation it makes no sense. How the f*** can you just forget seeing something like a damned demon?
Well, technically she hasn't seen anything yet, but she wants to.
Why would you want to see something as damned as a demon?
To avenge her sister?
No, stupid! To be dark and edgy! Remember, this is 2005, so screw you guys! I'm reading Sandman.
John helps her go through with it, and we get what I think is their attempt at being funny.
So do I have to take the rest of my clothes off or can I leave them on? John?
I'm thinking.
Ha! So Angela goes through with the same weird ritual that John used earlier, minus the cast, and he explains more bizarre shit about this procedure.
Why water?
It's a universal conduit. Lubricates a transition from one plane to another.
Makes sense.
And then, after almost 16 seconds of holding on this shot, the real twist is that John was also a serial killer, and Angela was his latest victim.
No, instead she does go to hell, but we don't see her travel there. We just see what happens afterwards.
Honestly, I'm surprised that her first reaction wasn't this.
But she gets a clue about something. And they head back to where B-Man was killed. And she finds a coin that was owned by Balthazar. Please. Oh, please let it be Balthazar from the Never-Ending Story. That would have been a better twist.
So now what? Does he gear up to go kick some damned demon ass?
Well, he's gonna do something. After assembling that dumbass cross gun, he heads over to Balthazar and blasts him with the dragon's breath.
And get a load at this delivery.
I was born of this. Oh, hi, Mark.
And while it looks like John is gonna get choked out like a bitch, we finally get some action. Blessed weaponry like knuckle dusters are interesting as a means of fighting, but the cross gun is still stupid.
It's cheap action, though. Not even shot well.
Besides, Balthazar goes out like a bitch, and he gets interrogated with a threat into heaven, and Balthazar spills his guts about the Spear of Destiny before John blows his head off.
Then, after Angela gets abducted by something pulling her through half the building, John heads back to the club and... Come on, Johnny! Did you have to bring LaBeouf along with you?
Who's rat in a dress now, huh, bitch?
At least he's not going to help John. 2005 Keanu Reeves I can handle. 2005 LaBeouf. In fact, now LaBeouf, I cannot.
Amen to that.
After convincing Midnight that he's the only one still abiding by the rules of the balance, John uses an electric chair to see events that transpired with the guy who has the spear and finds out where he is.
Why is he facing east? Is it the city of Mecca? Because that's nowhere close to being Christianity.
What the hell's with all the water? With Midnight electric chair, John got his feet wet and then Midnight fried him. In the bathtub, he was practically drowning Angela and full of water. And then, in Isabel's apartment, with the cat. What is with the cat?
Well, I guess they used them because they're half in, half out.
That explains nothing!
Seriously, is this Ghost Dad rules? Are they going by Ghost Dad rules about how to communicate with anything?
Actually, I think it's more like Dragon Ball Evolution rules, where there are no rules, but then quickly followed up by a bunch of rules. Fellas! Calm down! We're almost done with the movie! There's nothing that can be done about it! Get back in the chairs!
Almost done? Almost done? We shouldn't have even been watching this movie! Who the hell made us watch this? You!
Look, fellas, I'm just doing my job.
This is for the fog!
No! I was doing my job, and I didn't have a choice!
You gave us no choice?
No! You're gonna get Speed Racer again!
Yeah!
This is for the beating I got after ditching on the movie review!
Dan!
You were in association with him!
Oh!
Speed Racer or the fog, that's not much of a choice!
Batter up! Son of a bitch.
Fellas, calm down. Here, have an Oreo.
Where'd you get these?
Oh. From this package.
Where'd you get that?
Same place I got this gun.
Tower Comic-Con?
After gearing up, John and Shia LaBeouf both head out to save the world, and he will just not stop talking.
Then why don't I apprentice something besides driving then, John?
Constantine, it's raining!
I'm begging you, John, please, please.
Red in a dress.
Who's riding a dress now, huh, bitch?
Do not hit my car to collector's item!
Shut up, Witwicky!
John and Shia head into the hospital and split up to divide and conquer. John rigs the sprinklers with holy water to take out the demon army that's possessed everyone who is in there, and John gets something of an advantage in a fight straight out of Blade.
Then Spear Dude sends Angela back to hell in order to help raise Mammon to the human world, and Angela is his host, which just turns her into a Deadite knockoff.
Please stop referencing better movies than this one. Evil Dead is the shit. Constantine 2005 is shit.
So, why did they need her again?
Well, I mean, she is a twin, and twins do have something of a psychic connection.
And they couldn't have used anyone else?
Well, to be fair, I think that they needed a twin on Earth and another twin that's in hell.
There was no one else in this kind of situation right here?
Well, I don't know. Plus, they have to take into the account that one of the twins did commit suicide.
Why are you defending this movie?
I'm not defending, I'm explaining.
Guys,
What?
it's gone.
Wait, what?
Yeah, John started chanting a demon, and it's gone.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Wasn't it?
No, never mind. Now she's giving birth to it.
Well, damn. The bastard got at least wine and dined her first.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
It means only polite.
It's a demon.
Yeah, but still. You just can't pump and dump.
What the fuck? And back to chanting, but this time Shia joins in, and I guess this is supposed to prove his worth.
And it works. I think.
Well, anticlimactic yet again.
No, wait, now his character got killed.
Yay! No more Shia LaBeouf!
Woo!
I we're in this movie anyway.
Poor guy, he just wanted his fries.
Truth be told, John's character did like him. Apparently so much that he pulls out the big guns and... Wait a minute. Gabriel's the bad guy now?
Murderers, rapists, and molesters. All of you. You just have to repent. And God takes you into his bosom. It's not fair.
Oh joy, it's the whole Earth is full of assholes speech again. How original.
Well, dude, it's 2005.
Yeah, I know. Hitting my head on a brick wall!
So after throwing John away like garbage, Gabriel gets back to summoning Mammon.
And with all things looking as bleak as ever, what can John do but pray?
Actually, a decent message. Sometimes the only thing you can do is pray and hope that the universe gives you a break.
Hope that the Lord will give you a break.
John's logic, on the other hand, since it makes not, he slits his wrist in the midst of Armageddon. Why would anyone do that?
You probably couldn't think of any other way out of this movie.
Well, it does manage to stop time. Still confusing how that works.
And now Lucifer comes to collect the soul because he apparently hates him that much. Wait, how does that make sense? The dialogue itself makes it look like he was praying to God before he slit his wrists. Oh, now I get it.
That still makes no damn sense.
He uses the truth of all things to convince Lucy here that Gabriel is evil. And about Lucy himself, his performance is so funny. He's the Nicolas Cage of this movie, and it is legitimately enjoyable.
But Lucy here learns the truth and confronts Gabriel. Before Gabriel can even fight, he and Mammon get sent to hell. In exchange for his help, John wants Isabel to be allowed into heaven.
And honestly, it gives us one of the best reactions in the movie.
Fine. It's done.
But now it's John's turn. Lucy attempts to take him to hell by literally dragging his ass there. But John's sacrifice is enough to let John go to heaven.
But due to Lucy being a sore loser, he resurrects John.
So wait a minute. Did that make him immortal?
I don't think so. I believe John just has cancer cured by Lucifer himself. Hence the whole groping of his insides thing.
Oh, that was dumb. Satan just cured a man of cancer. There's something very wrong with that sentence.
Very Ghost Rider.
Well, Lucifer was still the funniest thing in this movie.
Hands down.
Oh, easily. But that's still not saying much.
Not really.
Wait. Gabriel didn't go to hell. He just became human?
Well, that was dumb.
Wasn't it?
Hands down, dumbest thing in the movie.
Really? out of everything we just seen in this movie, that's the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with you.
Constantine used a cat to get to hell.
Yeah, I know.
And you still believe that all this happening right here with Gabriel becoming human is the dumbest thing in the movie.
Yeah.
We got this from Dogma! Much better movie, mind you, of an angel turning into a human by cutting off their wings.
Okay.
And this is by the guy who created Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
You take over, Tyler. You take over.
So after all that, John gives the spear to Angela to hide, so that no one will ever find it again. And surprisingly, they don't kiss at the end. Oh, that's weird. I honestly expected them to get together. This is a 2005 comic book movie, after all. The cliche was written all over them.
Perhaps, but John does start chewing gum, meaning that he finally stopped smoking.
Was that even important?
Well, smoking was the reason that John was dying in the first place.
So, what? This is an anti-smoking PSA talking about how smoking kills you?
Well, if you want to look at it that way, then sure. Oh, right! And we can't forget about the end credit zinger.
Wait, what?
There's an end credit scene?
Yeah, it's John at Chaz's grave, and as he leaves, we see that Chaz is in fact an angel now.
So this movie couldn't let us leave without one more scene with LaBeouf in it.
Apparently not.
Well, that doesn't excuse the fact that this movie is boring.
Uneventful.
Slow as hell to get to the action.
And above all else,
It sucks! It is amazing how they failed so spectacularly at capturing what made Constantine such a badass character. He's British, he's a smartass, he uses spells and magic, he's a detective, and most of all, he is not boring. Even what little of him I've seen in TV shows and movies tell me that this guy is worth the effort to get right, and it would pay off in the long run spectacularly.
Having actually read some of these comics myself, both the DC titles and the Vertigo titles, this movie was a major disappointment in every way. From the action to Constantine himself, not one thing in this movie was right. It was, as Tyler put it, boring. One of the biggest sins a film can have is to be boring. I'd rather have this movie go the extra mile and fail, so that way I have something to actually talk about. Keanu can be a great actor, but I just don't think this script was good enough for him to really show his stuff. As for the rest of the cast, completely forgettable. Except Lucifer, of course, and they didn't even get him right. I don't care anymore. I'm going to Sandman route, the Vertigo take on Hell, Lucifer, and everything that is connected to the legit character that this son of a bitch was based on David Bowie.
Yes, it's boring. It has a few moments where I laughed, mostly Lucifer's one scene, but as for the rest of it, I didn't care. I didn't care about John's mission. I didn't care about Angela or her sister. I didn't care about the dumb twist that Gabriel was evil. I just didn't care. Because the movie didn't make me care. It was a jumbled mess from beginning to end with piss-poor special effects even for its time. For fuck's sake, Fantastic Four came out the same year as this movie, and that had better effects than the 2015 reboot. You could have done something, anything better than this. This movie is an utter piece of boring shit, and I regret watching every minute of it.
Now that's something I can say amen to.
Absolutely.
Nice job, fellas. You managed to take care of the movie and review it, despite the fact that it was fire.
Well, this was awful.
True, but it was awfully spent with friends. Happy Halloween, you guys.
Happy Halloween, buddy. We're gonna shrink you now.
Wow, you idiots won't do anything, won't you?
Well, we really didn't have a choice that day. Besides, I wanted to watch Spawn.
Wait. The series or the movie?
Fucking series. What else would it be?
I'd ask. What's all the memories you haven't left to ignite your rage?